Dan Willis here, and we're talking about how to fix your credit and specifically cleaning up credit report errors, inaccuracies, and questionable listings. You see, this stuff is what's damaging and dragging your credit score down. Your credit score is much like your GPA or your average back in high school days. If you have an F in gym class, your GPA is going to be ruined. Just like your average, your credit score works the exact same way, so it is mission critical to remove errors and those damaging derogatory listings. And so what we're going to use here to do this is the Fair Credit Reporting Act that entitles you and every consumer to dispute any item that you believe is questionable, inaccurate, or made an error on your credit report. And there's three ways to file your credit dispute, and you're going to do this directly with the credit bureaus. You can file it online, over the phone, or by mail. Now, once the credit bureaus receive your dispute, they're going to have to first find it valid before they actually investigate. There's a lot to this, but the credit bureaus actually spend money when they conduct investigations, and they're required to, according to the Fair Credit Reporting Act, but that's simply, purely, and only an expense for them. That's why they are very likely to respond to your dispute by requesting more information. They do this with the hopes and with the primary goal of you just giving up and living with bad credit, and most people do. You see, this is your right, and the credit bureaus, so long as you stay persistent with it, they will eventually find your dispute valid. However, you do have to jump through these hoops, and you do have to file your dispute directly with each credit bureau. You have all three of your credit reports. So let's use an example. Let's say there's a charge off on your Experian credit report. Then you're going to need to dispute Experian directly for that charge off item. If that charge off item is also on your TransUnion credit report, then you'll also have to file a dispute with TransUnion. They're three separate entities. The credit bureaus are not associated with the government. They're merely regulated by the government, and please don't fall victim, because this is really just exercising your consumer rights. That law, the FCRA, was passed way back in 1970, and many consumers, as we said, will just give up and live with bad credit, or they think that they must live with bad credit for 7 years. There is no minimum amount of time that any item has to remain on your credit report. The creditors and lenders are not required to report any information about you. This is Dan Willis. We're going to include a link in the description below over to an article at our website for the full scoop. We also have a free report available there, the 7 proven ways to boost your credit score. Please subscribe and join our congregation. Have a wonderful day, and looking forward to talking to you again here soon.